So we've decided that we're going to climb up to Ella Peak, and it's just started to rain, so that's a good start.
Not a good sign.
We're going to get wet.
And we're wearing t-shirts and shorts and
it's warm.
that's it.
So yeah, 2 hours up, 2 hours down. We'll see how long it takes us and if we actually make it to the top. We only got about 5 minutes and then the rain came down heavily, so at the moment we're just waiting for the rain to stop, hopefully in a few minutes. In the meantime, Leo's found a motorbike, so he's happy. It's nice. Hopefully the rain will stop in a few minutes and then we can carry on walking. Still raining a tiny bit.
Probably be like, yeah, I won't tell Rob, he'll never stay here, he'll never see. Ignorance is bliss.
Wow, look at that waterfall over there.
Yeah, no, that's
Do you
right.
see it? Look, there's water. Water, can you see the water? Look.
Okay, so we're a little way into our hike now. We've been hiking along this train track. And we've heard a noise in the distance. And we're thinking it's a train, so yeah.
I hope we're looking in the right direction.
We're standing out the way and here it comes.
Get away.
Okay, so it started raining quite heavily now, and we decided to take shelter under this tree. We've been sheltering for a little while. I don't think the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so our walk up to Ella's Rock might have to be postponed until tomorrow, which is a real shame. But
It'd be nice to have a clear view as well, won't it, with the sunshine if it's sunny tomorrow morning.
yeah, it would. Okay, so this is the second attempt at trying to get up to Ella Rock, and it's a much drier day today, so I think we're going to be in luck. So you can join us on the journey. What we've found is trying to find Ella Rock can be a little bit tricky unless there are other people around to follow. We were walking along the railway track, and we read on a blog post that there's a point during the a point along the railway track where there's some rocks on the left, and someone has spray painted Ella Rock, but that's now overgrown. So luckily there was a local guy that kind of pointed to us and gave us a nod to say that we were going the right way. So we're pretty confident now that we've turned off the railway track, that we're now going the right way. And even if we're not, to be honest, we found something quite beautiful here anyway. Okay, so we've just reached a fork in the path where you can go right or left, and we've had a look at the blog and it's telling us to go left. It looks like the harder route, but apparently it's the easier route, so we're going to trust this blog and we're going to climb up this way. So this is just past the river and the bridge that we just went over, which is a really beautiful place to stop and just check out, and that's where you turn left. So onwards and upwards. Let's see where this takes us. It looks quite steep going up this way, so if it's raining, I think you would definitely need some decent walking shoes or walking boots to get up here. But as today is dry, which is the complete opposite of our first attempt at going up to Ella Rock, then it's pretty easy going so far. Quick spin round. It's a nice view. Okay, so we're carrying on, and something quite interesting that we've just been told is that apparently the locals grow the plants and the grass quite long intentionally to try and make tourists lost, which is really helpful. I think the reason they do this is because if you end up getting lost and taking a much further route, then you'll need to drink water or coconut water. So obviously they can make money from you by selling you that water or selling you food if you've been out a lot longer than you were expecting. So there are a lot of left and right options, and the best thing to do is just follow a map that from someone that's already done it, or have a look at a blog. At the moment, as you can see, there's quite a few people coming back, and we've asked a couple of people and they've said we are definitely on the right route. Okay, so we just came to yet another fork and we've gone right, and we've come across, it looks like a kind of volleyball net. So if you see that volleyball net, you're heading in the right direction. One of the tricks you can use really is just look at the ground and go with the most trodden path. So if you're faced with a fork in the road and one way is quite overgrown, the other one looks well walked, then obviously if you think how many people are going up to Ella Rock, the most well walked path is probably guaranteed to be the one that you need to be following. That's the logic we're using right now anyway. If it all goes wrong, then we'll tell you about it. Hi.
Hey, mate.
Again, we're walking through quite a lot of vegetation, and the last time we attempted this walk and we didn't get this far, we all ended up with leeches on us. So if you were going to do this in the wet, I'm guessing around here this is probably leech territory. It's a dry day today, so we're hoping for no leeches. Okay, just stumbled across this place along the route, so if you do need food or water, don't worry, it's here in abundance. There are plenty of places you can get refreshment, so no worries about that. So we're going to carry on because we brought water with us. Okay, so we've managed to find our way back onto the path that everyone else is using. I think we just took a little detour, and to the left of us, look at that. Wow. There's a lovely breeze here as well. Nice place to stop. So we're still making our way up. Some other people coming down now. It's always a good sign, and I know that you're on the right, heading in the right direction. It's a really, really beautiful walk. Would definitely recommend doing this if you come to Ella. I'd wish I could film the whole thing, but I'm worried about the battery dying on my GoPro, and obviously I want to save some for when we get to the top. It's a little gorge down there, and I might just go along here for a minute. This looks like it might open out to a nice view. Let's have a quick look. Yep, wow, look at that. Worth a quick look. So there's lots of little paths that just veer off, and it's worth going and exploring, just seeing where they lead. So then you're treated to things like this. Okay, so I'm going to turn around, get back on the main path, and carry on heading upwards. This last part of the climb is definitely the hardest. It's saving the best till last. I don't know if you can see the angle of the hill, but it is a fairly steep one. And the main thing is all of these leaves and rocks just makes it quite kind of slippery as you're climbing up. So you just got to really take care and kind of snake your way in an S shape slowly up. And we just passed a girl on her way down, and she told us that we're about 10 minutes away. And apparently at the top there's someone selling coconuts, fresh king coconuts. So that's just given us an extra motivational blast to push on forwards and keep going. I don't know if you can see, that's hello. That's the path down, and this is where we're going. Hard to capture how steep this is on video actually, but take my word for it, it's pretty steep. Definitely, I don't know if it's really that doable if it's wet, to be honest with you. I don't think it would be much fun. Definitely coming up here with kids in the wet, I would definitely not advise after seeing this. In the dry, then yeah, sure, give them a hand on the way up, but definitely not in the wet. Right, onwards. Okay, so it's just flattening out now, and the path has widened. I think the worst of it is over. It looks pretty easy from here on, we hope. Is there something you know that we don't? No. This is only the first mountain, there's another one. No, you're almost there. Amazing, okay. Very grateful to hear that. Okay, let's go and have a look at Ella's Rock and see what all the fuss is about. Whew. Quite a climb, especially in the midday heat. Okay, so there's a building ahead. This looks hopeful. I think we might have got there. Fruit on sale. Hi. Here we go. Oh, don't look down. Ella Rock. It's quite a long way down there. So we made it up to Ella Rock, and yeah, the view is just incredible. Definitely recommended. Took us maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours to get up here. If you've got small children, then obviously it would take a little bit longer. The last 10 minutes of the climb up is very steep, and there's a lot of loose ground, so that part is probably the most challenging. Yeah, just definitely wear some good trainers or walking boots, bring some water with you, and sun cream. Apart from that, yeah, you're good to go. We're just going to stay up here and enjoy it for a while, enjoy the view. There's eagles flying around up in the sky just over here that I'm just looking at that are distracting me. It's pretty amazing. It's a long, vast view. Over this way I can see Utawalawa, which is where we did a safari, and there's a huge lake over there in that park. And it was only a week or two ago that we were standing over there by that lake looking over here at this Ella Rock. So it's quite strange now being over here and looking back to where we were a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, pretty amazing. And I can see over here in the distance, I've been told that that is Adam's Peak. So that's another climb that I'm considering we might be able to do. We just need to do a bit of research and see whether it's something that we can do with Leo or not. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with heights, but even me looking down there makes me feel a little bit dizzy. When we first arrived, there were loads of tourists up here. Now it's thinned out, so it's worth hanging around up here and just waiting for the crowd to disperse. And then you've got all this space to just enjoy for yourself. And obviously you can go onto the rock, get a photo, take some video clips without loads of other people being in the way. So yeah, highly recommended. And we've had a nice coconut with lime and mango juice inside.
Coconut with lime is perfect.
Yeah.
You want one?
Oh, I had one. You gave me one. Yeah, yeah, it was really nice. Yeah, so we're refilled and we're ready for the climb back down. So let's see how that goes. Ready?
Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Ready to
The enthusiasm is amazing here.
You can see we're really rushing to go.
Right, let's do it. Okay, so we've been descending now for about 10 minutes. The most tricky part is definitely the part at the top where the ground is really really loose. A lot of rocks, a lot of loose leaves, loads of tree roots, that kind of thing. But that only lasts about 5 minutes. Once you're down from there, then it gets a lot easier. So yeah, coming down is nowhere near as bad as I thought it might be. It's actually really pleasant. You just kind of roll down. Yeah, it's no real problem. I think if it was damp or raining, it would definitely be a different story. I think it would be very difficult. But on a lovely dry day like this, absolutely fine. Yeah, not a problem at all. And yeah, you get to enjoy loads of amazing views on your way back down, which is just lovely. Nice gentle breeze as well. Yeah, so we're going to keep going down. I'll keep a rough check of how long it takes to get back down, and we're not racing, you know, we're just taking our time, just enjoying it, enjoying the scenery, enjoying the walk. So yeah, you know, I'm sure if you wanted to race it, then you could probably do it in half the time that it's taken us, but you know, personally I'd rather just relax, just enjoy it, enjoy the nature around us. The sounds, the monkeys in the distance, there are eagles flying overhead, just really lovely. So yeah, I'm going to conserve battery power because I've only got about 4% left, and I'll do a little bit more filming when we get further down. It's a little bit slippery here. You can see it's mainly in the shade, so it doesn't get a lot of sunlight just on this little section. So you just have to take care. I've got some really good, saying that, nearly slipped. I've got some really good walking shoes I bought from Canada. I absolutely love them. These ones here, I don't know if you can see them. Yeah, really like these. They're definitely helping out. I've seen a couple of people coming past wearing flip-flops, and although it is doable, I just think it's a bit of an unnecessary risk, really. If you sprain your ankle or twist your ankle, then that's you out for a good few weeks, and it could ruin your trip over to Sri Lanka, which would be a real shame. So yeah, definitely trainers or walking shoes is what I would recommend. Okay, so this is probably my last bit of recording now because we're pretty much down at the bottom. Friendly local cow. Remember seeing this guy when we were first setting off. So yeah, Ella's Rock, definitely recommended. Go for a dry day. On a wet day I don't think it will be anywhere near as much fun, and visibility up there won't be great. So dry day, sunny day, clear day, go for it, have fun, highly recommended. Okay, so my GoPro camera ran out of battery just as we got to the bottom, but here we are back on the train line, and it's been a really nice, fun little walk. I can hear a train actually in the distance, so yep, I think we might see a train coming towards us anytime soon. And we might want to pick up the pace because we're somewhere at the moment where there aren't many places to leap off. Here we go. Yeah, wow, we didn't hear that for quite some time. Here she comes. Quite glad we heard that. Yeah, as you can see, there wasn't really that much space for us to jump off, and it's quite boggy, and I was hoping not to get leeches all over my legs. So yeah, it's lucky we found this tiny little bit here to jump into.
That was our hiding spot.
There we go, the hike finished with a viewing of the train. Yeah, the experience is complete. Ella Rock done.